you lost another one.
Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another episode, bro. How y'all feeling?
I'm doing my thing, bro. I'm chilling.
What's good with y'all, man?
Actually, what's the name? Some of the guys gonna come up later on. But let's get into it though. You know, the big thing that happened in college football today. I mean, not today, of course, the other day. But Florida State went undefeated. They didn't make it. So I'll start with Johnny. Did FSU get screwed over?
Did FSU get screwed over?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did the committee make the right choice? Yeah, I think they did. They gave us listen, I know people are going to say, it's unfair that they gave us the four best teams at the time, not, throughout the season. But at the end of the day, they gave us the best games. And I don't think anyone's going to be complaining about that whenever, late December rolls around and we're going to be watching these semifinals. We're going to be watching these semifinals. It's just as simple as that. FSU, they went undefeated, had a very tough injury, but at the end of the day, the committee gave us the best game, so no one's going to complain about it.
Coach Mark,
did they get it right? Absolutely. Here's the reason. Well, first off, I hate that they're trying to compare this to the Ohio State run when Cardell Jones stepped in. Here's the difference. Cardell Jones stepped in and they scored 42 points on Wisconsin in the Big Ten championship game. That offense did not lose a step. That was the difference right there. Had them quarterbacks came in and they put up 40, 50 points the last 2 weeks, the committee would have left them in. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trying to watch Florida State play with a second or third string quarterback against Michigan. Not trying to watch that. Nope. They got it right.
DJ?
So I say this to be in defense of the FSU players. I do kind of feel bad for them because they did you got to feel bad for the kids because they did put in a lot of work throughout the whole season. They did go undefeated in the ACC. So I 100% get feel for them being upset with the committee and everything. But the committee got it right. They put the four best teams in. And yeah, they got it right, bro. You can't argue. Those are the four best teams. FSU, they're with their third string quarterback right now. So I'm sure everybody they didn't want to see that. So the committee did what they had to do.
And the agendas in the playoffs.
The committee got it right. FSU shouldn't have made it. The only reason I feel bad because I feel bad for the players. You went to fall camp. Some of y'all don't even not y'all, but a lot of people don't even understand what fall camp is and how much of a pain it is to go through. Got to do all them summer workouts. Got to do all that stuff. And they did their job. We went there to we're undefeated. But it's this simple. Them last 2 weeks, they didn't even look like a top 20 team in the country. The quarterback they just had went 8 for 21, had 55 passing yards. They're getting different if them quarterbacks looking like Cardell Jones. They was bugging out and they looked like the true. And Cardell Jones looked like the starter of Ohio State. They didn't look like that.
You can make an argument that Ohio State they got better with Cardell Jones that year.
So they made the right choice. Exactly. So they made the right choice of not putting FSU in it though. But I do feel bad. But at the end of the day, bro, your quarterback went out at the worst time, and that's just what it is, bro. At the end of the day, bro. I don't even think it's that simple. If Jordan Travis was playing, they still could have. They still could have. They could have still.
I think they would have been in the top four had he played.
They would have been in.
I think they would have.
Boy, they would have smoked Louisville. Oh my gosh!
I think the interesting thing would have been, do they put in Texas over Bama?
Yeah, because they had to have.
Yeah, I think they'd probably put in Texas, but I'm not too sure.
Yeah, but let's move it on though. Actually, no, let's not. Is it? Do y'all think it's about putting the 4 best teams or the 4 most deserving? Because to me, if we talking about the 4 best teams, you still not telling me there's not 4 teams better than Georgia, bro.
Yeah, I was saying it's the most deserving because they all did what they had to do.
I feel like this year was the closest thing that they did as far as like the 4 best teams.
I think it has to be. I think it has to be a mix of both. Yeah. I think it kind of has to be a mix of both. I think that's what they did this year. Like, listen, you can tell me, and I agree. Like, there's not 4 teams better than Georgia, but like outside, and I know they lost to Bama, but like it's not like they had a lot of crazy wins. You know, like they beat up on Ole Miss. After that, I don't know, Tennessee. Like they didn't really have a lot of crazy wins on that schedule. When you look at the other teams, Michigan beat Ohio State. Texas, they beat up Alabama week 2, and I know they lost to Oklahoma, but if you go back and watch that game, you can't tell me that they outplayed them in every single way except the turn of the battle. Every single I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it, basically.
All right, bro. So we can move it on. DJ Cheese and his smiling. Y'all see the background of his page.
Yes, sir. That boy Saint Nick, man.
Bama beats back-to-back national championships in Georgia. They lose They finally lost. They're basically 29-1. What does Georgia need to do to get back on track for next season?
I'll say this: like you watching that game, outside of I know Lad McConkey, I know he was like kind of hobbled throughout the game, and Brock Bowers. I feel like they need more weapons on that team as far as like receivers.
It's like they about to get that white man from Vanderbilt that's only a freshman. That it's okay.
Yeah, they got it. And then then their pass rush, like I didn't see a lot of playmakers on defense like flying around. So I was surprised by that. I thought they would like get way more.
Well, they did lose like everybody.
I say they lost everybody in the last 2 years.
But they always bring in 5 stars.
They lost 3 edge rushers. I mean, they lost everything, man.
But they do always bring in 5 stars as far as like recruiting class and stuff. So I was kind of shocked by that. I didn't like nobody jumped off my screen on the defensive side. And when you're talking about Georgia, you always got that one star defense. But I didn't see that in the Bama game. So I feel like those are the 2 main things they need to get better at.
And Coach Mark?
They don't really got to do anything. Pretty sure if like all of them come back next year, then it'll be like, well, looking like Georgia's back on the national championship train. I mean, they don't really got to do anything.
All right.
Just like give them guys another year.
I agree with DJ. Like, I think the weapons are the big part. Like we say, they're bringing in that freshman from Vanderbilt. That's going to help, but you can't replace a Brock Bowers. You just can't, and he's obviously going to go to the pros and be
Oscar Dale.
Yeah, about that. Listen, it's hard to replace. It's going to be hard to replace Brock Bowers because he's going to go into the pros and be a top 10 tight end right away. So it's hard to replace a guy like that. I think the one thing you're hoping for is another step from Carson Beck. I thought he played pretty well this year. I thought he had a lot of up and down moments in that Bama game, but I don't really think they really need to do that much. Like, obviously, they just need to, develop that front, though, because they had so many seniors on that front, and they already lost so many guys over the last few years, and now they're going to lose even more. Hopefully, you can see a step up from Micah Williams going into next year. I don't think they really need to do much except just kind of hope some guys take jumps.
All right. Let me start with you, DJ. Does this game prove that Nick Saban still runs the SEC?
I say as far as SEC championships, like I say, yeah, like everything, like it still runs through Bama. Because coming into the game, nobody gave Bama a chance, and if you know like the history of Nick Saban and SEC championships, like you don't want to bet against him. So I feel like it still runs through Bama for sure.
Oh yeah. The SEC still runs through that man in Tuscaloosa. That's not even a question.
Donnie?
I mean, yeah, I think it still runs through Bama. Like Kirby's obviously done a great job over the last few years, but he hasn't really. I don't want to say he hasn't really been necessarily reloaded. Like Bama just reloads. It feels like every year, or at least every 2 years. Like I understand Georgia. They went 12-0. They had. They were one. They were the one team basically from start to finish, but it really did feel like they weren't quite that same team that we've seen in previous years. And Bama feels like they're just always that consistent. And it's maybe because of Saban. So, yeah, I still think they do.
Yeah, sadly, honestly. Really
What you
sadly.
think, Trent? What you think, Trent? You think it's still
I
goes to
can't
Bama?
say that. I can't say they don't run the SEC no more. I think it's a two-headed snake between them and Georgia. But I can't say they just run it like how they used to back in the day. I can't fully jack that, bro. I can't fully jack that. But let's go to the next game. Texas fries Oklahoma State in the Big 12. And they
Jeez.
Friday. So my question is that even though Quinn said he's returning,
Give it 120-25.
we all fully believe, let's say a hypothetical, Texas wins the Natty. Is Quinn Ewers still returning to Texas?
Yes.
I say no.
I think he's out of there. I think he's out of there.
He's out of there, bro.
I think he's out of there regardless.
He'll go back. I think he'll go. Like, yeah, he's losing all of his weapons, but there's already talks about them getting big time weapons in the transfer portal.
So you think if he balls out, lead his team to the net, you think he's not gonna go? Like when his stock is like sky high, you don't think he's gonna like declare?
Man, he's out of there.
I think
I still think he goes. I still think he goes back. I think he loves Texas that much, but I don't know. There is a chance that maybe he does declare. Maybe he balls out the last 2 games. I don't think Washington's really going to be anything that worrying for him. Now, if they beat Washington and he has to play Michigan or Alabama, who I think are probably the 2 best secondaries in the country, then that's something different. But I think he's committed to Texas. They're going to get some wide receivers in the transfer portal. The offensive line really isn't going to get messed with, especially star left tackle. He's going to be back for another year. I still think he sticks around. And also, I mean, I don't know. You know what? Now that I think about it, there is a chance he could declare because Texas is going to the SEC next year. So maybe that'll be a bit trickier for him. But I'm still going to stick with what I think is going to happen. And I think he returns, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If somebody way Texas wins the Natty and he balls, he's gone, bro. He can't be a top 5 pick.
He can't come back. He can't come back.
He'll be a top 5 pick. His draft stock is going to skyrocket, bro. He'll be a top 5 pick, bro. I don't know how you wouldn't declare him. So I don't know. But
we've seen. This is what I'll say though. We've seen former projected top 5 picks return back to school. Like remember Matt Barkley? Like he was projected top 5 pick. He was going to go after RG3 and Andrew Luck, and he returns to school. Obviously, it didn't work out well for him, but I think Quinn will be fine.
all right. Looking ahead, does Texas still have the chance? Does Texas have a chance to win the SEC with Quinn Ewers next year? I'll start with you, Donnie.
Yes. Yeah, because I think he'll be the best quarterback in the SEC.
DJ.
I gotta, because I know they're losing a lot, so I gotta see like the weapons they get to replace those guys that they're losing before I say if they can win. I still think they'll be good. Though.
They got like a top 5 recruiting class coming in too, I believe.
You think those freshmen gonna make an immediate impact?
He could.
That they got coming in?
He could.
Oh, they for sure could.
Coach Mike, what do you think?
It'll be like when Missouri first came to the SEC and they went straight to the SEC championship. I could actually see Texas doing that next year. I can see them going right to the SEC championship game. Now, will they win? I don't know, but I can see them making it.
All right, that's fine. So we can move on now. Yeah, sorry, Donnie. Yeah, I got mud hole stomped.
Okay.
Not a single point.
Okay.
I'll start with you. I'll start with you real quick. Hold on. I will be a legit playoff contender if they actually just hired a good OC.
This isn't even a question. Of course they would be. This isn't even.
wants to take the job?
This isn't even a. You can say who would want to take the job. This isn't even a question. If Iowa had a top 50 teams in the country, they'd be in playoff contention. This isn't even a question. But this is no question at all. We're talking about that they currently have the best. You know what? I'll go and say it. Not only do they have the best defensive coordinator in college football, they have the best coordinator, period, in college football. Phil Parker is out here working with 3, 2, and 4 stars and turning this defense into top 10 every single year he's been the defensive coordinator there. Every single year. Every single year, his defense is always up there with Michigan's. It's always up there with Penn State's. And when you watch that Michigan game, both of those touchdowns they allowed, one of them was because of an 87-yard punt return, and the other one was a fumble inside of the red zone. And everything else was field goals. Phil Parker, and by the way, that was without Cooper DeJean, who is maybe the best cornerback, at least top 3 cornerback in the country. He's the best cornerback maybe in the Big Ten. At minimum, he's top 3-5 in the country. That was without him, and they were still able to do a decent job. And there were only, by the way, there were only 2 teams that actually did a decent job on Michigan's run game when Michigan needed it the most. It was Ohio State, who currently has 4 starters who are all NFL potential: Michael Hall, Tyreek Williams, Jack Sawyer, and JT Tuilamalala. Those are all NFL players. And then it was Iowa, who maybe has 1 draft pick at D-line, maybe, like day 3, 6th round, 7th round. And they were able to do a decent job against them. And the secondary was obviously amazing. Like, if they actually had a top 60 offense, they would easily be in playoff contention. And I truly believe that. And we'll see what happens this offseason when they hire someone. You know, I believe if we do hire the right guy, I do somewhat believe in this Iowa offense. Like, you can look at it and say, it's bad, and obviously it is. Listen, Cade is not that bad of a quarterback. He's fine. Like, Cade came back an hour, he's fine, okay? He wasn't great this year, but listen, Brian Ferentz is absolutely terrible. The offensive line isn't great, but I've seen much worse lines in college football. We always are going to have a great tight end core. We just always will. We're Iowa. We always have great tight ends. Our third-string tight end against Michigan had 60 yards for 7 catches. Our third-string tight end. Like, come on. Listen, if they got a legit offensive coordinator, they are playoff contention. I'm truly believe that.
DJ,
I'll say this. You know how we say if USC had any type of defense, that'd be like legit. I feel the same way about Iowa as far as like.
Oh yes, they had any type of offense.
Yes, bro. They were 10-2, bro. Like, think about it. If they had any type of like.
We are a. And it was really like 11-1 had that not got a hold against Minnesota.
Oh yeah,
they was really.
We are a bullshit fair catch call away from 11-1.
Exactly. So if they can get like any type of like offensive play caller, bro, I can definitely see Iowa being for sure. Like I feel like Donnie said, like they're a coordinator away. If you ask me,
Coach Mark.
They ain't gonna win the Big Ten, but. I mean, like, be like in contention for that 11-12 spot in the playoff. Yeah, I can see them doing that. Then if they don't make the playoff, then like obviously they'll be in the New Year. Are they still doing the New Year's Six bowls even with like it being 12 teams?
I would imagine probably not. I would imagine the New Year's Six bowls are going to be the semifinal games.
Are going to be in the semifinals. Okay. Well, they'll still be in a good. I'll still give them a good bowl game.
That 12-team playoffs, bro, you know how much money them players about? Oh, my God.
Oh, my dude. Oh, my God.
It's going to be a bank, bro. Oh, my God, bro.
Dude, I wish freaking Dawson was here because he could literally tell you guys how mid that Michigan offense truly was. They were so mid that game. Both their touchdowns were just a lucky punt return and then a lucky fumble, and it makes me so mad. Oh, my God.
That's why I said if y'all had any type of offense, bro, I'm not saying y'all would have won. Not saying y'all would have won, but y'all could have at least scored.
No, I truly believe if we had
you could have at least scored you scored like 2 touchdowns.
If you would have given us like Maryland's offense, we would have won. I truly believe we would have won. If we had Maryland offense, we win. Like, I truly believe that.
All right.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought that Michigan just like kind of they didn't want to put their foot on the gas, really.
All right. So, oh my God, bro. Because, Marvin Harris just snags the 4th spot.
Oh my God.
He snagged the 4th spot.
Dude, I posted
meaning he's going to New York for Heisman, bro.
Dude,
And he's going to win the Biletnikoff.
And he's basically going to win the Biletnikoff. What's your thoughts on that, Donnie? I'll start with you, bro.
So I'm gonna say this real quick. You're good. Earlier today, I uploaded a video on TikTok. It was my my personal All-American team this year, and I put Malik Neighbors at wide receiver 1, as he deserves. And I had so many comments of people saying that Marvin is the clear number 1. And I don't think people really understand the difference between being a better prospect and then having the better college season. And I don't think people truly understand that, which is absolutely stupid. Like, it's dumb. Like, listen, I love Marv. He's the best wide receiver prospect I've ever watched in my personal lifetime. He's probably the second, like, in terms of the grades I've done, he has the second highest grade I've ever given out to a prospect since 2016, only behind Myles Garrett. Like, that is how good he is as a prospect. He did not deserve the Biletnikoff this year. You can tell me how bad Kyle McCord is. Kyle McCord was not nearly as bad as Ohio State fans actually want to make him out to be. I would know. I know what bad quarterback play looks like. They don't. Like, it's so frustrating to see them use the excuse of, he has Jaden Daniels and Marvin Harrison as Kyle McCord. That's not a good enough excuse, especially when you consider the fact that Malik Neighbors was sharing targets with 1,000-yard receiver Brian Thomas. Like, I just don't get it. Like, not only should Neighbors win the Biletnikoff, he should be running away with it. But he's not because, unfortunately, he's not Marvin Harrison.
Yeah, bro. Speaking. Let's get Dawson. So
Dawson, you guys had 2 Mickey Mouse touchdowns. I don't want to hear it.
Well, real quick, Dawson. Real quick, bro. How do you feel about FSU not making it? Real quick.
They got screwed, bro. I know they're not a top 4 team.
Bro, no, they didn't.
They got screwed, bro. They did it because ESPN would have lost $150 million. That's why they did it. Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade. Let's call a spade, Coach Mark. I don't know if you did. If you heard that.
Wait, they would have lost how much?
$150 million. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. Hold on. Let's call a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. I want you, Coach Mark. I need you to take your FCC glasses off. Call a spade real quick. And they did it because they would have lost $150 million.
Bro, I actually didn't know that. Bro,
that's why they did it. And when I found that out late Sunday, I said, "Oh, that's literally why they did it." It wasn't no Jordan Travis got hurt. It wasn't no Jordan. My pockets would have been hurting. That's what it was. It wasn't.
No,
you know why I know that too? You know why I know that too, Trent? It wasn't Jordan Travis because Marvin Harrison's in the Heisman instead of Jordan Travis. They told us.
Yeah, I'm about to say it. They should have said it to New York.
The committee.
Yeah, so how do you
told
feel
us.
about Dawson? How do you feel about Marvin Harrison being in New York?
The committee told us that Jordan Travis was the most important player. So why isn't he in New York over Marvin Harrison? That's what I gotta ask them.
Do you think it's a robbery that Malik Neighbors or no Roman dudes they didn't make it?
Yes, it was off name value.
Oh, so you're saying the only reason why Marvin Harrison Jr. is in New York is name value?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, if you take off the names and you just put up the stats, you're gonna be like, this guy should be in the Heisman over this guy.
Yo, real quick, I do want to say this real quick because someone commented on it, and I wanted to tell you guys this because it was absolutely rare. So before you joined Austin, I uploaded a video over my personal All-Americans this year, and I
like that video.
Yeah, and I had so many. I put Neighbors wide receiver 1, and I had so many people get on my ass about that. Dude, someone said the funniest comment I think I've ever seen in my entire life. Someone down below said, "Dude, if you look at the numbers and you just give Marvin Harrison more receptions, he's literally gonna win it." And I'm like,
"What?
You give him more wait, what?" And I asked him, I was like, "What do you mean give him more receptions?" He's like, "If you just increase the number." And I was like, "What are you talking about? What the fuck?" I was so confused. Like, the lengths that Ohio State fans went to defend it was so stupid. Like, God, dude, like it's so.
I'm be honest with you, bro. Like, the fact that he made it is kind of crazy because they're gonna use the Kyle McCord excuse. OD on why Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Oh yeah. He was putting up good numbers. Good numbers with a bad quarterback.
If we're using
that's the bailout that they're going to give out to Marvin Harrison because if we keep it honest with you, we're talking.
Malik Neighbors is the best.
The Malik is a stats. Bro, the Biletnikoff is a stat-based award, and you're not telling me.
And it's always been like that.
You're not about to tell me that someone who's about to get 1,700 receiving yards. Yeah, except for last year, which is crazy. That's why I said this is exactly why I said.
No. We know why Jalen Hyatt got the Biletnikoff last year.
Give Marvin Harrison Jr. the Biletnikoff because he didn't win last year. Because Jalen Hyatt shouldn't have won it. It should have been Marv. Because like I said, if you wasn't gonna put Tank in there, give it to Marvin Harrison Jr., which they didn't. So now that he didn't win it,
but we know why Hyatt won that award, though.
Matthew, this is what I'm going to say to you. If you're going to use the Kyle McCord excuse, then do the same thing with Xavier Legette. Legette should be a finalist because he has a worse quarterback.
If we're going to use that logic, Xavier Legette should be like
because Spencer Rattler was not good this year. He was not big. Right. Listen, the O-line wasn't great, but like compared to Bo Nix, Jaden Daniel, Kyle McCord was better than Rattler for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, what's his name?
But that ain't saying much.
Dawson, can you explain why you think that Romaduzzi should win the Biletnikoff?
Bro, dude, you know how they started off really hot and like, everyone's like, oh, Michael Penix. If you really watched the Washington games besides that last one, those stretch of games where they barely were winning, Romaduzzi was the best player on Washington, and it wasn't close. Like, it wasn't even close. I don't know. I just think he should win. I don't know. I mean, if you want to do it off stats, Neighbors should win. That's cool. But Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to win. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is.
Yeah, because I also do kind of feel like people have been dragging Kyle McCord's play just because they didn't beat Michigan.
No, and just because they don't have a first-round quarterback. They don't have Justin Fields. They don't have C.J. Stroud. They don't have even Dwayne Haskins.
If we're ranking Big Ten quarterbacks, where's Kyle McCord?
Yeah.
He's literally number 2.
I put him 3.
Number 3. My bad.
Yeah. I think obviously McCarthy, and then I take Drew.
I just think Drew is in a terrible situation.
Maybe, and he is, and then maybe you could argue Tagovailoa, and like that's it. No one else. Like no.
Oh
one
yeah. Yeah,
no one else.
He's on top 5.
And that's it.
Everyone else is bad. Dude.
All right, yeah, we can move it on though because we're gonna talk about the transfer portal later on before we head out. But speaking of Ohio State had mad players going to the portal, like hella. Do you think it's time to give up on Ryan Day? I'll start with you, Donnie.
I'm gonna keep this as short and simple as possible because usually I like to explain things. No. Because that would be stupid.
Why would it be stupid?
Dude, he's done. Listen, he can't beat Michigan. I get that. I understand that. These are some of the best Michigan teams that these are some of the best Michigan teams that these Michigan teams were better than anything Urban Meyer ever faced against. These Michigan teams are better than any Ohio State coaches have faced in the past. Ryan Day is not that bad. He's still consistently leading a great offense year in and year out. Like, yes, he has the talent, and maybe people are going to say, oh, the talent carries him. Can't you say the same thing about Urban Meyer in the past? I guess. It's just so frustrating to me, man. Like, Ohio State has been fine. Just because they haven't won natties doesn't mean you should move off of a guy. That's just so stupid to me. How many natties did Urban Meyer win at Ohio State? Didn't he only win like one?
He won.
They won the first year.
And then he did nothing after, and no one was talking about if he should get fired. It's just so.
They just kept beating us. They just kept beating Michigan every year. So
and listen, next year I truly believe that's going to change because Michigan's going to be losing a lot.
Yeah, bro. I can't lie to you. If we beat Ohio State next year, that's a whole different conversation.
What I'll say.
That's a different.
If Ohio State loses to Michigan next year, then we have a conversation.
Then we have a because, bro, oh my God, we lose everyone.
Yeah, it's just as simple as that. And like they'll get a quarterback in the transfer portal.
Yeah, and it's at Ohio State.
Yes, like people are saying Cam Ward, but I kind of want Dante Moore to go there. I think that'd be way cooler.
Dude, I saw Dante Moore's like his 4 schools. It was like all Big Ten. It was like
what
Michigan.
Were they? It was Oregon,
Michigan State, Michigan, and Ohio State.
Damn,
because he's from Michigan.
Michigan
State is weird because they got that Oregon State quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know, but I want to see him go to Ohio State. Go be with Cordell Tate, I believe his name is. He's the other dude because I know they're losing all 3 of their guys. losing Marvin Abuka the draft, let me know the transfer portal. Who knows? Maybe Jeremiah Smith gets 1,000 yards his freshman year. Like, who knows?
Jeremiah Smith got to sign the letter of intent first.
Bruh, he gonna.
Yeah.
I'm about to say every school is going after him.
I live in South Florida, so I live like 10 minutes away from where he played. Oh my God, Donnie.
No, I know.
FSU and Miami right now are trying their hardest. and the thing is,
he go to Florida State.
It's right there, Coach Mark. Coach Mark, I think Florida State is the best chance. They lose Keon Coleman. They lose Johnny Wilson. Boom, that's a wide open spot.
And you put Jeremiah Smith right there? Oh, man.
And Ohio State already has Carnell Tate, Brandon Ennis. They already have guys sitting there that are 4- and 5-star guys.
Well,
Florida State, they don't have that.
Isn't Jeremiah Smith like already committed to Ohio State though? Or did
he didn't sign him?
Yeah, but he's not signed yet.
Yeah.
And Miami just like took it.
Maybe he's waiting to see what quarterbacks Miami and Florida State get.
All it takes is one bag.
Ohio State.
Ohio State too.
Yeah.
All it takes is one bag.
You know what I would do, by the way, if I was Jeremiah Smith? You know where I would go? I'd go to Texas.
Trent, bring that comment up.
Bro, how am I being disgusted for?
I go to Tennessee.
I just find it disgusting how they don't even call Kyle McCord an important player, bro. That's so disgusting.
Because of what he did against Michigan. But
I know, it's so disgusting.
Because he stinks.
That's the game.
Yes.
Like, you got to play well in that game, or the fans they gonna.
That literally makes your legacy, bro. That literally makes your legacy as an Ohio State quarterback.
Yes, that game, Michigan.
Dude, Stroud went 0-2, and they love him, and he didn't even get them a natty.
Do they know? Okay. But when you think about the greatest Ohio State quarterbacks, who do we always bring up?
What'd you say? You cut off of me.
Troy Smith. Whenever we talk about the greatest Ohio State quarterbacks, who do we bring up?
I mean, in recent memory, obviously, you talk about Fields, you talk about Stroud. I mean,
Fields beat Michigan. Troy Smith beat Michigan.
Braxton Miller.
Terrell Pryor beat Michigan. If you beat Michigan, you go down as one of the greatest in that school system.
Is CJ Stroud not?
But, like, he's not one of the top names that you think of.
I guess.
Yeah.
But I'll say this about Ryan Day.
My bad.
You good?
Yeah.
With Stroud's defense.
I'll say this about Ryan.
Yeah, they were bad. Those defenses were pretty bad.
So remember when Harbaugh?
I'm not saying go ahead.
No, so you can.
I just think Donnie made a great point. These are literally three. No. I'm like Michigan the first year. They finally broke over the hump. That Ohio State defense was the worst Ohio State defense I've ever seen. I've ever seen. They literally gave it to Hassan Haskins every play. They just ran the ball every play.
Yeah, Cade didn't do shit that game.
No, Cade McNamara. Yeah, no. The next year, both Michigan and Ohio State. Bro, and then I'm going to be honest, these last 2 years, bro, these Michigan teams are the best talent-wise team they probably have ever had. Ever. So, and let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Next year, Ohio State's going to be in this position. Let's say if they're in this same position, if they lost, they're in the playoffs. They're competing for the Natty. It's 12 teams. They let's say they win 2 playoff games and they're in the Final Four. Then what are people saying?
Fire them.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, fire them.
Fire them.
No, they better not lose to Michigan next year. If they lose to Michigan next year,
the thing is, Trent, they won 15 of 16 or 16 of 17, and then they lost 3 in a row for the first time since the 90s, and they don't know how to. It's tough. It's tough to handle. It's just tough, dude.
Because they're so used to winning that game.
Yeah, they were so used to it. It's just tough.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's just the main thing, the main issue of what people have on Ryan Day, because they can't beat Michigan. Literally,
it was like that with Harbaugh. Remember, he couldn't win the game.
And they finally.
Oh man, boy, they used to, boy.
I think it's gonna be if Ryan Day doesn't win next year, it's gonna get that bad.
Because they want a Harbaugh going, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be. That bad.
They wanted Harbaugh going because he couldn't beat Ohio State.
Bro,
I feel like the roads.
Harbaugh, enjoy the Bears.
Yeah, so yeah, that's crazy. He might be going. He might be going to the league though. If he
Hey,
goes to the league,
listen,
I'm
he can enjoy Caleb Williams. On
You
the
know
Bears.
you know who the Bears should hire though? I know this is college show, but they should hire Eric Bieniemy, but that's a different story.
I'll take him.
all right,
Shit.
but
Tim Banks.
let's
You know
talk
they should.
about
You know who they should hire is Ben Johnson, but they're
yeah.
not-
Let's talk about
Tim Banks.
let's talk about Colorado for a second because I don't know if y'all been looking at it. They've been losing Mac. They lost Sean Lewis. Lost their D-line coach. They losing actually pretty good starters.
They lost their O-line coach and I think they tight ends coach too.
They lost
Yeah,
their best
Tim
tight
Brewster like just resigned. Like he just resigned.
their
Man,
best tight end.
I guarantee, Trent, I guarantee he's gonna take another coaching job somewhere. I guarantee.
But let me say, is this just part of the rebuild, or guys just are getting the right guys in, or is this signs that this plan is not working how we thought it was? I'll start with you, Donnie.
Haven't we been saying for a while that the plan was this year that they were going to struggle and they would improve, but they would struggle?
Yeah.
I mean, like, listen, they won 4 games in maybe the best Pac-12 we have seen in our lifetimes. I think we could probably
Ever.
argue.
Yeah.
Maybe even ever. Like, okay, refresh, get your mind cleared. You're going to the Big 12 next year. Maybe some guys couldn't handle the pressure because Colorado was genuinely the most talked about team in college football last year. Maybe they couldn't handle that. I'm not really going to lose any sleep over everything that's going on. I still think they're going to be competing for the Big 12 next year in a weak Big 12 that's losing Texas and Oklahoma. I think they'll be fine, man. I think they'll be okay.
DJ.
So what were like the two main holes on that Colorado team this year? The trenches, right? O-line, D-line, right?
Them trenches.
And the
Just
two coaches.
the defense in general.
Yeah, you said,
And the 2 coaches left.
The defense
and
that's
those-
not named Travis Hunter.
and those 2 left. So I feel like it's
And
definitely part.
Shiloh.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely a part of the plan. Like Dion's trying to get like the best people in there. So like those 2 leaders.
You're talking about getting Sapp as D-line coach.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, Sapp said he signed with them already or whatever.
Warren Sapp? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's all.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
he need to go ahead and get Ed Reed as DB's coach. That's what he needs to do.
Hey, that would be a great hire. That would be a great hire because I remember when Ed Reed, got fired from his little situation. That was some.
But that, that
was some BS,
That was
bro.
crazy.
He
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Did he just leave? I thought he left, not got fired.
I don't even remember, but
Nah, he didn't. Nah, he didn't take the job because they violated. They did something.
Yeah,
Crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy what they did. But Dawson, how you feel about Colorado?
Yeah. I'm with Donnie. People just the first 4 weeks, Trent. It was the hype. The hype was so ridiculous. Everyone thought they were going to
Them versus 2019 LSU, man.
Oh my God!
That's crazy.
Yeah, the hype just got so ridiculous that the people that really knew about Colorado actually said if they make a bowl, that would be a tremendous season. This was the struggle year. They're just getting some things out. Yeah, no, they have to get better offensive and defensive lines. Clearly, even in the Big 12, they still need that because I'm not gonna lie, there's teams like Utah. Can't beat Utah right now.
Coach Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, Coach Mark, go ahead.
Yeah, there ain't no slouches coming to the Big 12 either.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about these transfer portal talks before we head out. What is the best fit for these QBs? I'm gonna go around the room.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
I'm start with you, Donnie. But Riley Leonard, I think we all know where he's going, but still, go ahead, Donnie.
Notre Dame.
Yeah,
I like.
Yeah, I think
Even if he
Riley
wasn't going there, I'd like the fit also anyway.
Literally,
I'd like
before it was announced, I was like, he's going to Notre Dame or he's going to Texas A&M. He's just going to follow Elko, and he's going to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame it is.
Wait. Why would he go? Why would he go to A&M?
Because that's where his coach was at Duke, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
fair.
yeah.
Man,
That's
I mean, I don't know about you guys. I take Connor Wigman over Riley Leonard.
I would too. I think Connor Wigman's really good. I think
he was
I just-
really
Nah,
good.
I
I think
need
he's
that. I
really
need
good.
that. I need that black quarterback that they were starting the last game. That's who I need.
Versus LSU.
Whoever he is. Yeah, whoever
I
he
think-
is.
LSU's
you know what?
defense, dude.
I know it's super early, but I'm thinking about picking Connor to win the Heisman next year. I really like Connor. Like he's like a huge sleepy. Come on, DJ.
Bro, they
I'm
almost
out.
I love Connor.
Bro, they almost hired LSU's OC. They almost hired
They
LSU's
should have. They
OC.
should have.
Bro, that offense would have been insane with them back there.
Wait. So wait, you think that Connor Wigman is gonna? He's a dark horse that could really win the Heisman next year?
Well, if he gets out of A&M, sure. That's what I was trying to say. And then
gets
DJ
out.
made
Wait,
the faces.
gets out of A&M.
Yes.
Wait,
No,
you
I
don't
don't-
think he could cook with Evan Stewart if they stayed?
Well, if he stayed, sure, but he's not. He's going to Bama.
No.
Come
You
on.
think
now.
Connor Wigman's gonna go to Bama?
No. It's Stewart. Evan Stewart's going to Bama.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Evan Stewart goes to Alabama. I'm betting my life savings on them to win the
I
championship.
thought he's staying.
That'd be over.
He's staying, bro.
Listen,
Yeah,
I-
rumors is that he's
Bro, listen, man. Players lie all the time. Come on now.
I like Connor Wigman. Like I've said this, like I'm not going to pick him to win the Heisman if he's at A&M. But like if he gets out of there and he goes to a situation I like, then yeah, I probably would pick him to win the Heisman. I really like Connor.
Players lie all the time. Come on.
Not sure.
All right. That's a crazy one, but let's keep going because I think we all agree going to Notre Dame. But start with you going on.
That was funny, Don.
Donnie, Will Howard.
Oh, jeez.
Who'd you say you cut out?
I said Will Howard.
Will Howard.
I like Mississippi State a little bit. I think that's an okay fit.
Okay.
All right, DJ.
You said Will Howard?
Yeah.
Will Howard. I'll say Oklahoma State.
All right.
Dawson.
Dude, they need a quarterback so bad.
Dawson.
This is gonna sound crazy, but I think he's gonna go to USC, and I think he's gonna go to USC, but I don't even think he's gonna start. I think he's gonna pull the Spencer Sanders.
Yeah.
And he's gonna go there, and Lincoln Riley's gonna try and convince him that he can be the starter. But I think they have Malachi Nelson, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yes, they do.
So, and they probably will have another freshman on the bench. So they quote unquote need a guy with experience on the roster at least. So I think he's gonna go to USC, but I don't think he's gonna play. I think USC is gonna get a quarterback. I think they are, but I don't know. I don't think they'll play. Because, bro, think about it. Lincoln Riley can convince any of the transfers. Yo, look at all the transfer quarterbacks.
Yeah,
You don't even gotta play them.
TV.
You don't even gotta play them.
That'd be so bogus.
Coach Mark, where you think he's going? Look at where
One of two places. I got him going one of two places. He'll either go to Auburn or
That's a
my
good
dark
one.
horse, because they desperately need a quarterback. He'll go to Nebraska.
Mm.
Yeah,
Not
Because Jeff Sims, first off, why did Jeff Sims enter the portal?
Needs to get a job.
I don't know why they got rid of
He
Casey
needs to get a
Thompson.
9 to 5. He needs to go on LinkedIn.com and get a 9 to 5.
I didn't think Casey Thompson was that bad. I don't know why
Change
they
positions.
wanted to
He's
Why
an
did
FAU.
he get an extra year? Why?
He tore his ACL like the third week versus.
I don't care. Go get you a 9 to 5, dog.
What about Chuba Purdy, man? Another Purdy. Come on now.
No.
Yeah, Brock Purdy's little brother's at Nebraska.
Exactly.
All right, next- all right,
I
next-
want
No.
to continue to own the
No.
I will
That's the
continue
next
to own
one.
the
Hey,
Purdy.
John, it's the next one. DJU.
Ooh. That's
DJ,
the big one.
I mean, I feel like the most common fit would probably be like Florida State or something. I feel like that's the pretty common one, at least people that I've talked to.
DJ.
DJU. I say Michigan State, but I don't think he's gonna follow the coach. But I do like the Florida State one for sure.
Yeah,
I'm
that
about to say,
Florida.
yeah, I don't even
Florida.
think he's cool with his head coach now.
Dawson.
Yeah. Dude, he's going to Florida State, and he's going to Florida State just so he can go play Dabo and be Dabo. That's what he's doing.
That's a
Think about
nasty
it. Think about
agenda.
No,
That's
it ain't
a
no
nasty
agenda.
agenda.
DJU,
Well,
bro.
especially if Cade doesn't get better. Like if Cade stays the same, like he's gonna.
Bro,
really-
Cade Klubnik stinks.
He better get good. I can't lie because he was so.
I don't want to say I don't want to say he stinks yet.
Donnie, he stinks.
I don't want to say that.
I seen him in the bowl game last year against us, and we had a bottom tier defense in the
Man,
country.
he was a
He
baby.
stinks.
Come on, he was a baby.
Yeah,
I don't care.
When you played him, he was a
I don't
baby.
care.
Not everyone's Trevor Lawrence.
Any quarterback in the country would cook our defense, and he didn't do it. He
Dude,
stinks.
he was a freaking child. That man was.
He's still a child now. Have you seen the way he looks? He still looks like a high school senior.
Exactly.
All right, but Coach Moore, where do you think he's going?
Man, that brother's going to Florida State, and boy, he for the tear everybody apart.
All right, and then last one, Donnie Dylan Gabriel.
Well, first off, I don't know why he's entering the portal at all.
I don't know why he is either. I don't
Oh,
know.
I know why.
I know why.
I mean, the fit that I threw out there was. I mean, the one that I threw out there earlier was Oregon. I just don't think they actually do it. So I'll throw out another name, and I'll say he goes. Could go to Miami. That'd be interesting. Maybe he goes to Michigan State, but based.
Oof.
I don't even know. You know what? I'll stick with it. I'll say Miami.
All right, DJ.
Miami do need a quarterback.
I know the prediction is Oregon, but I'm gonna go with Washington. I like that fit. I like that fit a lot.
Yeah, Jackson.
Right.
Yeah, he's the
From
strong.
one lefty
See, that's yes, Jackson.
from
Arnold is
one
the
lefty
reason.
I did
to
kind of
another.
no,
Because if what's his name didn't hit the portal, Jackson Arnold was going to hit the portal.
yeah, that's a good point.
I think I
Talking
agree with
about
Donnie. I
general-
think
Do you really think that he would hit the portal just for a younger kid? Like, or did Oklahoma just flat out say,
I think
"Hey, we're going to start this guy over you"?
yeah, I think Oklahoma said like, I know. You know what I think Oklahoma told him? I don't think your job's secured.
Jackson Arnold might be better than him.
Yeah, because Jackson Arnold he's super talented. Like,
Well, yeah, he was
and
a
I'm,
fast kid.
yeah, 5-star. And Dylan Gabriel, like, he's a good player. He's just a 6th, 7th year quarterback.
Y'all, you
He's
already
about to
said,
be in year 10.
What Trent?
you already said where you think he's going?
Oregon. Dylan. Yeah.
Coach Mark, where you think he's going?
So I originally thought Mississippi State because that's where his OC went.
Ugh.
But
Yeah.
if I had to choose one,
It was right.
damn, ooh. It all depends on where Dante Moore goes. Because I think if Dante Moore goes to Oregon, I think he goes to USC. But
think
I'm gonna
Don-
actually say Oregon.
I don't think
I'm gonna
he's
say
going to
Oregon for now.
Do you think Dante Moore?
I forgot Dante Moore. Where y'all think he's going?
I think he's going to
Right
Michigan.
now, Michigan is the leader.
I think he's going to Michigan.
Yeah, I think he's going to Michigan because he said he want to develop and stuff. So
And we don't have a quarterback for next year.
yeah.
You got Alex Orgy. What you mean?
Alex Orgy's never thrown a pass.
Are you sure, Dawson? Are you sure you don't have a quarterback next year? Are you sure?
Right now?
You have Alex
currently,
Orgy.
I don't know.
Hey, I got my dog Orgy.
You know Orgy?
Exactly.
I wasn't talking about that. I was saying, are we really?
It's an orgy in the end zone, Dawson. Come on now.
Hey, I can't lie. When RG3 said that was fine.
Hold on. I'm not talking about that though. Are we really
I don't
that
know.
confident that McCarthy is going to declare? I wouldn't be
No,
that confident.
I'm
I think he
50-50. I'm 50-50.
Well,
I
I think he's gone. I think he's out of there.
I'm
I think
not
if
taking
Harbaugh-
more over McCarthy.
I think
Like,
if
like
Harbaugh
McCarthy.
goes, he goes too. I think if
Listen,
Harbaugh-
Anthony Richardson left, and I personally thought he should have stayed another year. But
Yeah, but
like, bro, come on.
Well,
dude,
Anthony
I don't
Richardson
know.
is also like stupidly ridiculously athletically and giftedly talented, and McCarthy.
Yeah, JJ's not 6'5".
Yeah, JJ's not
250.
6'5" out here running a 4.4.
250. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's a lock that he leaves. Like, I don't.
All right. Well, let's go end it off, bro. Appreciate y'all coming out, bro. Bro, these next few weeks gonna be crazy. Can't wait to see these games. We'll get the recap on that, but make sure you appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Oh, what happened? Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Texas winning the natty.
Go ahead,
Thanks,
DJ.
thanks, Donnie.
What'd you say, DJ?
January 1st, Dawson.
I'm ready.
Hey,
Hey,
shout
man,
out,
listen.
hey,
Listen.
shout out to Liberty.
DJ.
Texas
Shout out to Liberty.
Listen,
Making that New
DJ.
Year's Six bowl.
DJ,
Texas
I was
natty, it's
the one.
coming.
I was the one that said everyone was sleeping on that old man in the background. I was the one.
Yeah,
that
he was.
said it.
You was. I give you that. Hey, I say, and no matter what, whoever goes to the national championship, I'm there because it's what 10 minutes away from my back.
Dude.
I'm there.
That's
I'm
clutch.
there.
All right, that's
I'll
gonna be
leave
there.
it. That's
Dude,
crazy.
Trent, it's crazy. You about to watch Texas win the natty. Like, that's actually
Oh, it's
crazy.
it's in Houston this
It's
year?
in Houston,
It's
NRG.
in, yeah, it's in
Oh,
Houston.
Dude, you know what would be unbelievable, by the way? And I just
You gotta
wanna say
pull up,
this real
Trent.
quick.
Texas, Bama. I need to see
Texas, Bama, but
rematch.
like, dude, like, what if? Oh my God, dude, I don't want to see Texas fans go through what happened with Colt McCoy again.
2009 rematch.
That'd be crazy.
2009. Colt McCoy
Nah,
got
hey,
hurt.
Yeah,
sure-
Cole got her.
Make sure y'all like and sub, bro. Hey, it's next VIP room, bro.
I'm calling it now. Liberty's gonna upset Oregon. I'm calling it
Chill
now.
out.
No.
Not to chips. I'm not trying
Well, I
to.
They're
mean,
gonna upset. They're gonna
well,
upset
hold on,
Oregon.
wait. What if Bo Nix and Troy Franklin decide to opt out? Then I think.
Oh, they didn't have the chance. Yeah, I don't care.
Liberty. Listen, Liberty's gonna
Hi,
win
Texas,
regardless. I don't
let's
care.
go.
They're
I
gonna
know
win
this, though,
regardless. I don't care.
Hey, I know this though, bro. This next VIP room is either might be Torrey Smith or it might be Victor Cruz. Either way, I'm getting one of them.
Okay.
Make sure y'all tune in. I say make sure y'all check that last one. I was just interviewed first team All ACC Cedric Gray. That's my dog. Make sure y'all tune in that VIP room. I just been listening. We had this the other day. But yeah, we out though. Peace.